at that game yesterday. They had loads of chances. Gakpo hit the woodwork a couple of times, somehow headed wide near the end. When they were at Chelsea as well, once they'd equalised, you thought they'd go on and win the game as well. So there are narrow margins.
Yeah, it's more the worry defensively for me. I think the goals will come. I mean, yesterday Salah normally scores that chance that he snatches and hits wide. Gakpo scores the header, hit the post 4 times, Gakpo. But defensively, to concede 11 goals when this time last season, after 8 games, you conceded 3, it shows that not all's great defensively.
Yeah, and look at that defence. And obviously they're missing Alexander-Arnold now, and they're also missing Andy Robertson on the other side. And Kirk, as I think everyone would accept, he's not stepped into Andy Robertson's boots yet.
And also, you're not getting the assists from the fullbacks. Robertson and Trent have been renowned for their assists, and defensively, Robertson on that left-hand side. So Kirkes, Frimpong, Connor Bradley, they're not really creating much chances on that side either.
Yeah, I mean, Scott in Worcester, many people have texted this. Liverpool fans have blinkered with Van Dijk. Konate was head and shoulders above him against Manchester United. Virgil has been found out this season. He's made a lot of mistakes, looks slow and old. By the way, Konate has made a lot of mistakes this season. That was his best game of the season by a long way, I thought. But you just wonder whether Virgil van Dijk is uncomfortable in what's a very different back four from last season. We have the perfect person to tell us.
Yes.
Because along with a lot of us, he thought it was Liverpool's best squad ever. It's Mark Lawrenson. Morning, Mark.
Morning, Mark.
Morning, gentlemen.
Hi, Lauro. So, look, let's start with that defence then, shall we?
Yeah.
Virgil van Dijk coming in for a lot of stick. Do you think he's just uncomfortable with that new setup there? Kirk just hasn't quite settled in at all, and there's no Trent alongside him on the right-hand side?
Yeah, 100%, Jeff, honestly. I mean, when you watch Kirk's plays, he's quick, but he just wants to be at the other end of the pitch, doesn't he, all the time? That's the thing with him. And obviously at the moment that they're losing games, so you circle the wagons. Everybody you get everybody as your back four, you get them really, really tight, and you say to them, right, you know what? We are not going to concede today, whatever happens, and then maybe drop one of the 3 of the midfield players into somebody just in front of the back four, and you take it from there. And it's not rocket science. And I can understand Kirkes. He's been signed for a lot of money. He's gone to a big club, but it's completely different for him. Whereas when he played at Bournemouth, he was zooming down there all the time. Listen, you've got to make sure that the back door's closed. And that's, for me, one of the biggest problems. You can see with Van Dijk, he's very, very frustrated. But it can be sorted.
Mark, what about going forward? Mo Salah hasn't been at his best. I mean, 7 games without scoring a non-penalty goal.
Was he playing yesterday?
What did you think of his performance, mate?
No, he's not been good enough. He's just not been good enough. Look, we're not worried about the fact that he misses chances, because that's the nature of the way that he plays and his position, etc. But you've got to work hard for the team. It's not like 10 teas and 1 coffee. It's like 11 teas. So we know he's the way that he is anyway. But I shouldn't really say this, but I mean, the thing is that you look at him now, and he's got his contract, and it's a little bit. Is it comfortable? Is he really working hard enough to be in that team? You'd probably say no. And you say it with a little bit of trepidation, because he might. I think they've got a midweek game, haven't they? So he'll probably go and score a hat-trick or something. But at least, as a manager, you'd have to have the conversation with him and say, look, we need a little bit extra, as they need a little bit extra, probably for most of the team at the moment.
Yeah, and when we've had text after text and call after call, Lauro, all saying the same thing, that last year the title was won with Jurgen Klopp's team. It's obviously a real slight on Arne Slot. Is there any justification in that?
Well, there's always a little bit, isn't there? There's always a little bit, but no, it's not. I mean, if you actually got Jurgen on, he'd go mad, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He'd go, absolutely not. But look, I think the thing with football is it's just, you lose a couple of games, and all of a sudden, Jeff, you're a bad team. Everyone's, a bad player. And it's just they'll come back. It's not the greatest issue, but Trent, they missed Trent. There's no doubt about that. Absolutely. So you're asking, actually, this team has made a lot of changes. Not sure who it is up front, Ekitake or Isak. And you feel a little bit sorry for Isak, because he looks like he's caught in the crosswires at the moment, because I think he's frightened of making a mistake and therefore not kind of making the best of the chances. So it's one of them, isn't it? They'll probably sit down today, I would think, have a little chat and try and straighten it out that way, certainly. Listen, hard work as a footballer is an absolute must. And the thing with Salah is a little bit, he can look lazy, but then, of course, he'll probably go and score a hat-trick, won't he, if he's playing midweek. Well, it's the way it is, and it's absolutely the way it is, and then we'll be going on to somebody else and we'll be slaughtering them.
I think that can be a problem, though, with Ekitike, who, he looks like he's got the arrogance about him that he'll feel he's better than Isak. Is that going to be a problem for the manager of, like, who am I going to start this week?
Well, no, what a problem to have. But Ekitike is better than Isak at the moment. There's no doubt about it. And he looks more likely to score a goal, and his movement's better. And the problem, of course, is then everyone's saying about the money and all that kind of stuff. It ain't Isak's problem how much money he goes for, is it? But you want to hit the ground running, and he just hasn't done that so far. But crikey, we know what a top player he is.
Yes.
Whether they could go with the two up front, I don't think they would. But at the moment, if you were picking the team, you'd say Ekitake would be like, stick him up there and you put Isak on the bench. And then if he comes on, he's got something to prove. But, that's the same to left back. I'd be playing Robbo at left back at the moment. And you might say he's lost a little bit of pace. But I tell you what, he knows how to play that position.
Yeah. Been a clamour for that, certainly online today.
Yeah, well, yeah, quite right. And I know it's like, we all relate to something straight away, should do this and should do that. But I think, to be fair to Kirkes, he's playing the way that he played at Bournemouth, and this is completely different now. And listen, it says defender on the back of your shirt, so try defending.
Laurie, just finally, you still think Liverpool will win the league?
I think they're one of three, Jeff.
Oh, you fence sitter, you.
Well, yeah, as if. You've still got to really listen. They're capable of going on like 20 games unbeaten, so we'll have to wait and see. But hopeful, but at the moment we'll just have to wait and see, won't we?
Brilliant, Laura. Thanks a lot, mate.
Thank you, Mark.
Pleasure.